I'm Basic Becca, and you're listening to the 3 Count Podcast.
I knew that she raised one. All of your hate won't change now.
Welcome everybody to another great edition of the 3 Count Podcast presents Now Entering the Ring. I'm your host, Clifford Red Dog Miller. You know, I'm on all of these. I'm the host, the captain, the man with the plan, and sometimes that plan has big holes in it. I have to figure it out. Anyway, let's go down our roster. Introducing first, he is co-piloting with me today, but you can never call him a co-star because he is the star, the man. You will find him on one of the greatest tag teams in the Mid-Atlantic and up and down the East Coast with Studio 22. Give it up for the man who gets the Emmys, the Grammys, the Tonys, the Oscars, the Kids' Choice Awards, and obviously he gets, the Nickelodeon Teen Choice Awards as well. So give it up for that man himself, Jeremy Showtime Grimes.
Obviously, you forgot the basic heart race, one half. And with our guest today debuting at TPW Studio 22 against the Saints, check it out October 24th. Be there, or what do you say? Like, be somewhere else? No, don't be somewhere else. Be their hottest action in Tennessee. We haven't been there yet, but to make a statement.
Yes, is absolutely true. And that brings us to our special guest. As this is the 3 Count Presents Now Entering the Ring, that means that we have a special guest for you. Welcome to the show, the promoter, the booker, a worker, the man. He is the legend in Tennessee. You guys will love this man. He is a part of Total Psychopathic Wrestling, and his name is Matt Raby.
What's up, everybody? Glad to be a part of this. Going to let you all know what we're all about. We're going to have some fun, man.
So I'm going to be honest, man. Like, you brought us some special guests as well. So why don't you go ahead and introduce them?
We'll start right here to my left. This right here is the Total Psychopathic Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the Cadillac Cowboy, Stephen Burns.
What's up, y'all? What's happening?
And to my right here, this is the Manager of Champions, Daddy Mac.
I picked you on the map, baby.
I love it, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, this is like one of the coolest things that we've had. Normally when we talk to people, I mean, we've had a tag team on, so having more guests on and I get to ask a lot more questions, I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy this.
Yes, sir. Yeah, come on. Bring it on, man. Bring it on.
So let's get this started right off the jump. And my first question for you is, who is Matt Raby?
Well, better known as the Rabid Pitbull. Been around probably about 9 years, wrestled all over Tennessee, done just about anything you can possibly do. So now I'm going to book and run shows. Might as well do it all, right? Do the full circle.
I like it. I like it a lot, man. So really quick, man, what inspired you to get into the business to begin with?
Man, all my life, ever since I can remember, I watched wrestling growing up, and it's always been something I wanted to try to do, and I got my foot in the door and been running ever since, man.
That's awesome. I was actually talking about this with some friends earlier too. They were asking me about what got me into wrestling, and I was like, Jake the Snake Roberts letting a Cobra bite Macho Man on the arm. That was seeing that live for the first time was awesome.
Dude, Jake the Snake and Ultimate Warrior, when he locks him in there with all the snakes, and he's like, "I trust you fully, Snake Man," and he gets in there and he locks him up, and he's like, "You never trust the snake." Jake, that was always the best segments growing up, man.
It was, man. I definitely agree. So, really quick, what's been the hardest part about being a wrestler? And a follow-up question to that is, what is the hardest part about being a promoter? And by all means, I'd love to get all 3 of your guys' answers too.
Hardest part about being a wrestler to me is like dealing with all the politics backstage, like all the drama backstage that people don't really know about. That's probably the worst part about it. And as the promoter wise is just trying to round everybody up and get them all in the same spot at one time, and hopefully nobody cancels. And because that last minute cancellation stuff, man, it's hard to feel sometimes. It's just a lot of stress, man, but it's a lot of fun when it all works out and you see the final product.
Right on. Cowboy, what about you?
Yeah, man, I don't know about promoting shows, but I've been working like 10 years, up and down all around. And I'd say the worst part about it is, like Matt said, the politics and the sissy crybaby whinies, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, I'm a straight shooter, and I tell it like it is. But, yeah, it's the crybabies.
And yeah, let's get your last answer there, manager.
I think, the thing about this business is, this world it's chaos, right? So you have to have a time where you can escape that chaos. And right here, we can do what we want to do and make people feel what we feel as far as coming out and just letting our whatever happen, right?
Just express yourself.
You just express yourself. And I think in this time that we need something where we could just get back to it. Like we are old school wrestling, and old school wrestling was entertainment for the people, There was something about it that was real, but it was something that people could escape to. And I think that's what the greatest thing about this whole thing is. And that's why I do it.
That's awesome, though. I love that answer. I legitimately tell people all the time, like for me, when I watch, like I turn my brain off. Like there's nothing to it. But then, like, being in and being a worker myself too, it's one of those, it's.
Oh, got us.
Well, good. Yeah, it's crazy to see the behind the scenes world. Like a lot of people don't know like how much like goes behind the scenes. So seeing it all play out, I'm just like, wow, man, I'm astonished to like the backstage work. So I definitely, commend you guys for everything that you guys are doing. So this is my fun question. I love asking this question with everybody. What's the worst bump that you guys have taken?
Oh God. I kind of got a couple of them, man. I took like non-hardcore wise, I took a follow slam over the top rope, which don't ever agree to that, man. That sucks. And then probably the second worst one was probably a running power slam on a barbed wire trampoline, because the guy that gave it to me is probably about 280 to 300, and when we hit, we kind of just skid across, and like I got stuck.
Oh no.
Yeah, my worst bump, I try to take it easy, and I ain't too crazy or nothing. But a while back, I took a barbed wire board superplex, and that was pretty gnarly there, man. My hair got all tangled and shit, but it was all good.
Yeah, they had to cut you free.
Well, listen, as a manager, I've taken some crazy bumps because, I like to poke my nose in some business sometimes. And I've taken some bumps where I don't remember getting carried back to the locker room, as a matter of fact. So, they try to keep their hands off me as much as possible, please.
All right, Matt. I like it.
Fragile.
So here's my last question before I turn it over to Jeremy. So, let's pretend like we have everybody here. What is some future advice some advice that you would give to future wrestlers as well as future promoters?
Future wrestlers, shut up, listen, do as you're asked, don't complain, show up, offer help, and learn, man. Don't just get in here, don't just buy a set of gear, think you're a wrestler, man. Always be willing to learn and strive to do better. Because right now, like, it's too damn easy to get in wrestling. You buy fucking tights or whatever, they let you in the ring, now you're a wrestler. But dude, that's bullshit, and like, if you don't respect it, dude, you don't belong in it. That's the bottom line there.
Yeah, pretty much, man. I just say, go to the right schools and get the right training, and have a good character, and watch a lot of old school Southern wrestling is what I'd tell you, because that's the best thing there is.
Hey, and for me, listen, I'm not a worker per se. I'm a manager, right? Every part is important. Referees, managers, workers, every part is important. And I think that's important to the business. That if everyone would realize that, and that it doesn't matter, hey, I ain't no buff dude. I'm a little tiny guy, so I'm a manager. I'm going to run my mouth and do my thing. Everybody has a part, and that's important in the whole scheme of things.
That's it, man. Just do whatever part you're given to the best of your ability.
Oh, I like that. And what about as far as like promoting goes, and people who want to get into the business on the behind the scenes. What kind of advice would you give for those guys?
First advice is don't get into it thinking you're gonna make money, because it's gonna cost you money. Until you start making it, you don't make shit. You damn break even or make a little bit here and there. But also try to be different. I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but don't do the same thing that the guy down the road is going to do next month. You know what I mean, or the month before. You know what I mean. You got to switch it up and keep people interested in your product, or you don't got one.
I like that. I like that a lot. All right, so I'll hand this over to the Showtime himself.
I ask all kinds of questions from like what's your favorite food to different shit like that. Wrestling, non-wrestling related. I just like our guests. But I like to start off by saying, in the ring, I like to be like what they call snug. You know, I enjoy a lot of the Japanese wrestling. I like, you know, to me, wrestling is real. If you're not gonna hit, then I'm not like. How are the fans gonna believe? So my question for you guys is, and for each of you, who is the guy who is like, you know, tagged you the hardest? You know, like got in the ring and pushed y'all to the limit. Like you could drop names, you could, you know, just like, you know, say it was like this time or that time. But like I'd like to know like who really like tested the waters with you guys and like took you to the limit and really like, you know, tagged you and really like gave you a fight out there.
Right on. I would say the guy around here, and he's really like a legend. He's been a wrestler since I was like a little boy, right? He's the Blackanese Assassin Menace. But he's like a Hayabusa, but he's black, right? But he's worked everywhere. Unbelievable legends he's worked and stuff, but he's about the hardest hitting guy that I've ever been in the ring with, no doubt.
I mean, I'll second him, and then also, like you say, snug-wise, and when somebody's going to hit you, I'll put myself in that category, because if I'm in there, man, if I get into it, people's down making noise, like, I'm going to tag you a few times. I can't help it. I mean, but it's right. Like you said, you work snug. I mean, I'm not trying to full-fledged kill you, but like, I'm going to pop you a couple times, and if you give it back, hey, I'm down.
Right on. So off the wrestling subject, what you guys is like, you know, for me, I like up north we have Sheets. I'm not sure about down south. It's like a convenience store. I go there before shows and I get a chicken quesadilla. You guys is like pre-game ritual, you know, pre-match ritual, like what you guys eat, like y'all do or anything like before match, like if you do the same thing, something different every time, you know, stuff like that.
Go ahead.
I mean, even when I was like I have been to Sheets, man, and to be honest, Sheets is the shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that is good stuff. But down here, man, like we really ain't got no ritual where we like go eat somewhere like every time or get a certain food, whatever. Like we might just grab whatever here and there. And I say most time we do like a little bit of partying, loosen up a little bit, and just have fun and wait till the show starts.
Once I start wetting my hair, you know, like spraying down and shit, that's when I'm getting in the mode, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wish I could say I know what you're saying because I lack the hair, but no, I agree with that completely.
You've seen other guys do that all the time, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And when I put my hat on too, you know, that gets me. I'm like,
Hey, listen, all that, but when I put my suit on, I have a tie. You know, nobody dresses as good as Daddy Mac, right? So when I put all that on, baby, it's on. It is on. That's all the ritual needs to be done right there. So.
I like this. You see, we're getting to know you guys as performers, not just, you know, as individuals. That's what we like about the show is we get to learn about not who you are in the ring, but also outside the ring. So my next question is favorite go-to move that, you know, the fans are coming to watch you, you know, they're like, oh man, you know, he's gonna hit this tonight. The Cadillac Cowboy's gonna hit this tonight. Like that's his go-to. And whenever he, you know, it doesn't have to be a finisher, it doesn't have to be a signature. It's just like that go-to move that, you know, pretty much you submitted as your own.
oh yeah, no doubt. So I'm a cowboy, right? So I do a double gun eye poke. And I poke them in the eye, but with two guns, and I put them down. I holster it, you know. And sometimes I do a moonwalk like Michael P.S. Hayes and shit, but I do that almost every match, man.
With
Right
me,
on.
man, you're pretty much guaranteed you're getting a springboard leg drop every match, Paul. That's just one of the matches, one of the moves I hit every damn time.
But listen, Jim Cornette had a tennis racket, but Daddy Mac has a Daddy Macket. And I kind of twirl it a little bit in my hands. And when that starts happening, people start going, he's doing a cheat.
Right on. All right, my
True.
last question.
You don't cheat, Daddy, man. You never cheated in your life.
My last question. We all grew up wrestling fans. Favorite wrestling entrance that like stuck with you like throughout the years. Like for me, I'm a huge rock fan. You know, every time the Rock's music hit and he came out, got on the mic and everything, it sent chills down my spine, gave me goosebumps and everything like that. For me, that's my favorite wrestling entrance. What about you guys?
So I'm a big HBK mark. Like he's like my number one. You know what I'm saying? And probably WrestleMania 14, I believe, where they had the live DX band and shit. You know, and they had like behind the scenes where they followed him and Austin and stuff. But that was probably my favorite entrance kind of thing. That just stands out to me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
I might have to go with the Sandman coming through the crowd, drinking the beer, pouring the beer in people's mouths and stuff. It don't get no more epic than that, man. That's as real as it gets.
And how about that? Bow, 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 bow. You know, the NWO.
Yeah. Well, life.
Too sweet.
I'll never forget when Hogan turned, right? And then like it was like a couple years later, but then all of a sudden it's like
Yeah.
It's like, yo, we coming out to Jimi Hendrix. This is what we do now.
Right on.
I don't care what anybody says. Hulk Hogan was the best air guitarist of all time. I don't want anybody to tell me.
Hell of an air guitar.
All right, man. So like that kind of wraps up my questions. Jeremy, how about you?
Yeah, no, I'm good on questions. I actually had a lot more this time than what I usually do. So
No. And,
Yeah, man.
Hey, well, cool. Your jacket's cool, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you guys. But we got the 10 count questions for y'all.
Yeah, come on with it.
Let's bring it. Bring the heat, man.
all right. So we wrapped up the big question round, so let's just get into these 10 questions, right? 10 count questions. It's the world famous 10 count questions, and here's how it works. We're just going to fire off questions at you guys. First thought that comes to your mind. We're going to put the imaginary timer on the clock. Bing! There it goes. First question coming up. Batman or Superman?
Batman.
Oh, everybody. It was like unanimous. All right, here we go. It's WrestleMania. What's your go-to dish or favorite snack?
Pizza.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pizza.
Yes.
All right. Night owl or early bird?
Not out.
Early bird.
Yeah, I get up early.
SmackDown or Raw?
Raw.
Hey. Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
Pepsi.
Coke.
Okay.
Bag. No, I'm playing.
No. Because trust me,
I'm just teasing, man. I'm just teasing.
being former military. Okay, I know that when you go to Tennessee, all right, it's always you want a Coke, but then you got to follow up. Like you can't just say I want a Coke and expect to get Coke. Like if you want a Sprite, you want a Coke, but you want Sprite.
Oh, yeah, you gotta specify. They'll try to then give you some Sierra Mist or small brand shit that ain't no good. It don't compare, man.
Yeah, I understand. I know one of my friends was like, he's like, yeah, when you go there though, you can't just be like, oh, I want a Coke, and then expect them to give you Pepsi. You have to tell them, I want a Coke, but I want Pepsi, and they'll get you Pepsi. So I hear it.
Yeah.
All right, favorite. Let's see. Next question. Favorite candy.
Reese's.
Oh, yeah. Kit Kat, probably.
Okay.
Candy corns, because it is Halloween after all.
Yes. Someone finally said it, man.
Oh, gross.
No.
You're welcome.
Best way to eat
You're
that
welcome.
shit starting to trash.
Against the law to eat candy corn.
Hey, there you go.
See, man.
Just call it
Come
candy
on,
corn.
man.
They're
Come on.
tripping.
Come on, man.
All right. So our next question is coming up, man. Favorite podcast?
This one.
Yeah, that's a trick question, man. We're gonna say this one just so we don't offend you, and you might have us back later on.
Hey guys, I podcasting, so don't worry.
I've been listening to Arn Anderson's got one. He's kind of started. I've been listening to it quite a bit.
It is football season. I've been listening to football podcasts. I ain't gonna lie. Sorry.
Hey, I love the Black Lab. I ain't
Oh
gonna
yeah, that's Freddie.
All right. So next question is probably the toughest one for some of you guys. Favorite wrestler?
Scott Hall.
Shawn Michaels.
Stinger.
Hey, I like it. All right. If you could nominate one person for this podcast, who would you nominate?
Tristan Ramsey. Because I believe y'all have a lot of fun talking to him. He's a character.
Yeah, I agree. We've all known that boy since he was just a youngin', and he's really big in the deathmatch deal, and that'd be cool. I'd nominate Tristan Ramsey.
He was actually involved in my first ever match. So yes, Tristan Ramsey.
Okay, cool. I guess we know who to book next. Tristan, we coming for you. And last but not least, my favorite question to ask every single guest who comes on this podcast. Favorite curse word?
Fuck.
Yeah, I say that a lot.
Dadgummit.
Hey, I can dig it.
Daddy Mac's a good kid, man.
So we do understand. We do know October 24th, man. We have TPW's big event for Halloween. I'm excited. We have a lot of talent that's coming from north down to visit you guys. Why don't you go ahead and plug not only just the event, plug your channel too, because we know you guys are on Roku as well. And then let us know about anything else that you guys want to talk about. And then plug your social medias as well.
I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown on the show here. Daddy Mac got a 7-foot giant. And we got, if you ever heard of Beastman, he's coming in. And then we got a guy from up your area, Mason Martin, the Baltimore Beast or whatever. We're going to throw them 3 big men in there, have a big old house battle. So we got Cadillac Cowboy going against another one of you guys, Miles Millennium.
I'm gonna whoop them bad.
Then we got Jeremy Grimes and his partner, Studio 22, going against the Saints. See, we got a few death matches. We actually got Tristan Ramsey going against John Wayne Murdoch. We got Brad Cash going against Mr. Grimm. We got Raven Havoc, Travis Dykes. We got a women's match. We got a little bit for everybody, man. It's going to be a good time for sure. And don't forget, man, if you got Roku, look us up on there, Total Psychopathic Wrestling. Download the channel. Keep up with all the past events, all the future events. You can hit us up on Facebook. You can find me and Matt Raby on Facebook. I'm sure he's them, Stephen Burns. You go ahead, you them.
Yeah, I'm on there, Cadillac Cowboy. Look me up. I just got a Facebook. That's how I roll like that. But yeah. Nice talking with y'all, and we'll see y'all boys soon. Peace, man.
And we also we got D-Mac. You look him up, Eddie Edwards, whatever. And we're really looking forward to working with you guys. I'm glad y'all's coming in. We're gonna tear it up, man. Sure. Yeah, we also got one more thing, man. We got a tag team casket match. We got the Horror Slam heavyweight champion Briar Wellington coming in to be my partner. We're going against the Hollow Points, and you can't have Halloween without somebody going in a casket.
So true. Oh, that's so true. No, I definitely I'm hyped for you guys. I can't wait for the event. It's going to be massive. So with that being said, though, this is the 3 Count Podcast. I am your host, Clifford Red Dog Miller, here with Jeremy Showtime Grimes. This is now entering the ring with the Cadillac Cowboy, with Matt Raby, with the Mac Daddy, Daddy Mac himself. Give it up so we will catch you guys on the next episode of the 3 Count Podcast. So be there or be somewhere else.
Peace out, y'all, man. Good talking to you, brother.
TPW.
Represent, man.
Hey guys, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to our channel to get the best content from the 3 Count. We're the best podcast out there. Don't let anyone tell you different. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at 3CountPod, as well as on Twitter at 3Count_pod.